Hello, and welcome to CopTubeAmerica.com, where we teach you the elements of criminal law. I'd like to thank you for attending these courses, these lessons, these classes, whatever you want to call them, okay? Because I know people give words to various things, multiple words. All right? Now, those who are 13 and 17, are we not having a good time? Moving right along, we're on lesson number 28, cop killing. Horrible act to commit. You cannot kill a cop. They are protected under the law. And they're part of these 100 most repeatedly broken laws. And that's not cool. These are not in any particular order. Okay? Understand that. Note that they just made the list of laws. And this has been going on for quite some time now. Since the 1600s. Wait a minute. Let me get the ones that we already discussed. Yay! And put them right here. Hold on for a second. Y'all bear with me. There you go. See that stack? It's a fifth of a ream of paper. Maybe it can be said that in the 1600s, people didn't know any better. But now these days, folk ain't nothing but repeaters. You see things on TV. You heard this one did it. You heard that one did it. Now we getting ready. We done got smarter. All of us. Not only the criminals. Don't you get started, this generation. And y'all, this generation, 13 to 17, y'all were born in what? Year 2000 almost. 2000, 1998. Don't you get started. My mother used to say, don't you even think about it. I heard one kid say, that's not fair. What, you plan on breaking law? And he behind bars right now. Now that's foolishness. Think about that. I'll give you a Walmart price check moment. Was that smart? He can't do nothing. They won't let you do nothing. He's a whole adult human being. You put that stuff in your head. What you mean is unfair. We cannot break the law. That's not fair. They're stopping things right now. What was your intention? What was anybody's intention who's a teenager or adolescent and you came along? This is 2015. Nobody better be thinking about breaking the law. They are building more prisons, more juvenile institutions. They are throwing more medication down folks' throats so you be like this. You feel drugged up. Put you to sleep so you don't hurt nobody. You don't break nothing. You don't violate the law. If you don't listen to me or other police officers who are telling you right now, we do have some bad seeds now, but we're gonna take care of our own. Believe you me. Okay? My chief did not put me in his office under internal affairs because I was some dummy, because I was disorganized. No. Because I love getting it right. Every day. It's something about being right, huh? Getting that A on the test. Woo. When you know other folk, it's just that when people get C's and D's, it's just that they care on a low level. Sometimes they're not dumb. Everybody's good, you know? But you got to care. And people with A's and B's, they extra care more than a C student. Get some extra care up in you. That's all it is, Lisa. Yeah. You got to really care when you're an A student. All right? And people like that. But this is about folks' behavior. Do not, and I repeat, do not repeat what folks have been doing since the 1600s. That means we had to come to the 1700s. We had to come through the 1800s. And we had to come through the 1900s. And this is the 2000s. Do not repeat We ain't trying to go backwards now. Don't come here on this earth and y'all been born and living only 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years, and you decide you're going to start doing this stuff? Honey, we done been there, done that, and everything else. And folk before me done been there, done that. Now we trying to stop the madness because it's insanity. Why? It's an unnecessary evil. Isn't it something folk trying to outdo? I know how to rob a good bank. Bonnie and Clyde. Why would somebody try to do that now? And they got more cameras up and you look like a fool. Don't be nobody's fool. Don't even be your own fool. Because you're going to end up reading anyway if you don't like to read. What you going to do? Locked away. Well, I never thought about that. Right. You're going to learn how to read by force. So why not do it while you're free? Well, that's true. I know. My mom had some good sense. You're going to read. I had one brother was buck wild hunter. Now that's a reading fool. And I love him. But he would never pick up a book. He had a high IQ. He thought smart was just But my mother said, no, you have a healthy brain. All right, all parts are functioning. But he still didn't pick up a book. And and he was a quick reader too. And can remember. Oh, that boy got a memory. Nice. Piece up Eric now. Boy, good. Clean cut. But let me tell you this. He'll tell you himself. Nah, I wasn't reading, man. And whatever reading I did it fast, quick, in a hurry, and I can remember everything. But then it came, did he take the time to apply? No, he had a lot of fun. Very smart man, a lot of fun. Smart teenager, a lot of fun. He never was arrested. He was good. Because he made sure he read the laws, too. And when my mother said, on your way to the library again, make sure you pick up a law book. You forgot that, brilliant man. Okay? Because I don't care. You can be the best thing, carpenter, plumber, race car driver. I don't care. You can be the best nurse. If you mess up, it's because you didn't get this. This is the cap on the toothpaste. This is the bandages for those who are wounded and the blood needs to stop pouring out your body. This is what protects people from people who come up with these weird, ingenious ideas, not genius. You understand? Go invent something. Like Ferris Bueller. Go. All right? Cop killing is old, and it has to stop. You can't even threaten a cop. All right? Think if you were a cop. These videos are not edited and they're not rehearsed. Remember what your elements are. They're acts. All right? The judge will sit in open court and read to you what I'm about to read to you. And remember, if the states can make little changes, they can add, but they can't take away from laws. Not what the government sends down. All right? And the government said you can't kill a cop. Because after cop killing, we're going to do official killing, and then we're going to do conspiracy to murder. Oh, we're going down the list. Remember, you cannot kill the President of the United States. Now, no drug on this earth, and let me talk to you for a second, make you go, kill the president, kill the president, kill the president. Drugs don't have language. That has to be in here already. You get it? Things got to be in your computer so you can find them. If you're looking for something that hasn't been downloaded or uploaded, I don't care what you search. I don't care how long you search. You could be the best searcher human in the world. Is it in there? No. Now you understand what I'm saying. It has to be in here in order for you to do it. It has to be in here. The thought of stealing in order. That's why you got to keep your mind clean. Oh, you will. You can't let people drop things in your head, because then you got to stop and discipline yourself even more. Just ignore it. There's a lot of things your ears pick up on TV giving folk bright ideas, but the information has to be in you. Judges understand that now. Judges have computers. It has to be in the computer. This is your computer. This is a box. Stuff has to be in it. And then what unleashes it? Well, debt, desire, longing, loneliness. Ooh, yeah. Alcohol, drugs, unleashes, opens the door, and may make you do something. And when you sober up and come to your good senses, you in a box. Hey, and some people come to their good senses in parts, slow, by frame. Y'all understand what frame is, because y'all have the internet. Little by little by little. And they come and they are waking up to a reality. How many people did I kill? I killed that cop. Yep. They're not trying to hear it no more. You'll come to understand it when you are locked away. They'll come to their good senses, Your Honor. The jury knows you'll come to your good senses. 30 years from now, 20 years from now, 10 seconds, it matters not. Isn't it funny that everybody is afraid of being locked up and put away in a cell where the door is solid and nothing but something the size of opening size of a letter box or a mailbox attached to a house, a slit, and they don't have to turn on the light. Save taxpayers a little electricity. Okay? They don't have to do that. And nobody knows what's going on. And they dare you to tell it. They will jack you up. Who's going to tell it? You're in prison. Shh. They'll shut that door. And I hate to think that you will not eat for a period of time. And as soon as they turn on the light or open up and your eyes are squinting, and if you wear glasses, they'll remove your glasses. You know what the day is? No, sir. You know what the year is? No. They'll put in your mind darkness. It'll be so quiet. Do you wish for that to happen to you? No, I don't know what goes on. I heard some horrible stories. I don't know what goes on in North Carolina prison. I don't know what goes on in Kentucky. I don't know what goes, that's not my stick. And no one person can start going around and investigate because you're not allowed in it. You're not allowed. Nobody is allowed in a penitentiary but the guards. And then it went through your background. So trust me, ain't nobody sneaking, get no documentary in my behind. Prison's a rough place. And you kill a cop. And cops and prison guards are friends. We eat pizza together. What you gonna do? We protect their homes while they're at work. We're on a team. Would you like to join us? Hopefully y'all stay on the good foot, because you don't want to know. And that's why some people get out of prison, they like this. And if anybody reminds them of that terrible time that they had, they shut up. They had a lot of mouth before they went in. Now, or they can't cope with society because they so freaked out and they shaking. Man, they had me on some meds, man. Tell it here. You tell it. That's what they tell them. Get out here. See, it's all secret back there. Your parents and your friends don't know what's going on and what you experience. You kill a cop, they can have a person in there disguised as a prisoner, and they really are a cop, or they're the brother and the sister of a cop. Whether the cop be male or female, it matters not. they're going to find you. It's been happening. It's going to continue to happen. Y'all, leave this list alone. Stay far away. Littering is not on the list, but please don't litter. Pick up the stuff, put it in the trash can. Let's move forward. This is a scary, scary, scary thing because people love cops. All right? And this can become a very bad habit. You know, there's a gang out there start threatening cops. Ooh, you think cops gonna stand by and let that happen? What? They get on guard. They really get good. Before you know it, detectives are there, and cops got informants, and DEA. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Shh. Before you know it, knocking on that door, or bam, coming up in there, or just snatch you up. The FBI and the Secret Service is not playing with death threats that are thrown at cops. No. We all love one another. We're all on the same team. We're not going to let each other down. So, either you're a good citizen or you're a cop. But let me tell you this. If you have a foul idea about bringing a cop or police to their knees and you want to send out a message, you better think about that thing. Move forward. Elements making up the crime of cop killing. Now, if you have delusions, go find a doctor. If you know a friend having delusions, find a doctor. But you can't make up this stuff because they're going to check to see if the delusions are real. They're going to check and see what you got in your body. Trust me, nobody can do anything anymore. Forensics, they are good, and they pay good, too. Ooh. They pay better than being a police officer, but I love being a cop. All right, move. Let's go. 1. The elements making up the crime of cop killing. 1. Assault with a firearm. It could be a shotgun too, or a little gun. All right. Or other deadly weapon upon governmental officers or employees, company police officers, or campus police officers. Try this. Don't touch one officer. Keep. I don't care how angry you. I was just mad. No. Because a lot of people have been mad, hurt officers. I was just upset. No. No excuses. This is a no nonsense, no excuse. Cop to America ain't playing with nobody. From your teenage years to the day you die, don't break one. When I teach 5-year-olds, from that point on to the day you die, do not break this 5th of a ream of paper. We're all sick and tired of it. Everybody's tired now. Everybody want to go to sleep peacefully. Nobody breaking in your house, worrying about you getting all these alarms. You can't pay your alarm service. No. And we know some alarm services set up, folk, just to make sales. And then they go rushing. You were just here last week. White collar crime at its best. And there's something for that. Listen, you were just here last week, and our house got broken into. Oh, ma'am, do you want us to come back? Folks do that. Folks are slick. We getting them. All right, the folks are telling on them. Because now you ain't got nobody breaking in your house. That's not a coincidence. That's a setup. It says, unless a person's conduct is covered under some other provision of law providing greater punishment. Notice it's punishment went up, not down. It didn't say less punishment, it said greater. Providing greater punishment. Oh, they're going to look. They're going to look. Any person who commits an assault with a firearm or any other deadly weapon upon an officer or employee of the state or of any political subdivision of the state, a company police officer certified pursuant to the provisions of Chapter 74E, and look that up in your free time, of the General Statutes, or a campus police officer certified. What will be the penalty? The sentencing, life imprisonment upwards to death for this crime. And folk are learning, don't give them the death penalty. No. Give them life. Death is a cop-out. It's too quick. It's too simple. Too easy. And they can't wait because boredom is on the menu when it comes to being locked up. All you will hear is this. You might start talking to yourself. Deafening silence. It plays hard on the mind. And all you can say is, I'm sorry if you just let me out. Just give me one more chance. And you sit there and you pray and you pray and you pray and you pray. How you going to be in a little tiny box and think, if there is a God, how he's going to only hear you when you done wrong. Only hear you when there's about 42,000 of them little holes. And everybody praying. How you going to hear you? He believes in punishment as well. I heard, if you believe, oh yeah. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Did I say that? Move forward. Now, listen. Penalty for cop killing damages that occur and incurred will begin at $100,000, and you got to pay that before you get out. Upwards, and it will probably go up. Plus cost of court. Now listen, there is a civil side to this stuff. Every law, let me finish here. A conspiracy charge can be added to most crimes, which increases or may double your sentence. Listen, as we move to lesson number 29, official killing. Do not kill our officials. All right? If you suffer from madness, this is what, you sure enough need this. Hopefully, I'm talking to a bunch of healthy human beings. Mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, physically healthy. If not, get there. The goal is not to go backwards. The goal is to come forward. Oh, wait a minute. Can I get... Bam! We are not a society that goes backwards, guys. We are truly a society that goes forward. You are not allowed to go backwards on a highway. Everything got to go forward. Or you get off, you pause at a stop sign, and you go back on the highway, or you go over the bridge. Nobody goes backwards in society. We're not going to permit that. Everything goes forward. Well, they got a thing history. I don't care. They look. Most of those folk in the history boring. Who takes history classes? When you go to college, you go say, who's a history major? Well, a lot of those people are in political science. A lot of those people have desires to go a little further with our government. They want to be senators, congressmen, legislators, law writers, predictors of laws. Yes, they want to be all these little things. A lot of jobs up in D.C. A lot of things you can become. Not just these little few, I want to be a chef. These basic things you hear on TV. No. Or you read it. No. There's a whole lot of jobs y'all can have. All right? And maybe one for you at CopTube America if you stay honest. And then again, if you take our courses and you want a new lease on life, sure. Come on. But you start some stuff here, I got something for you. Ain't that what parents say? Come on in. One more time. You start something here, boy. I got something. I'm going to send it to your grandpa. He'll put you up in a tree. Forget a sale. Oh, no. He'll hang you by your toes. That's what they told us. Your grandpa hang you by your toes. What's wrong with her? I told Grandpa, oh man, I looked at my toes. All right, let's move forward on to official killing. All right, I think y'all understand. Are you supposed to kill a cop? Did you come here on this earth with the thought of killing a cop? Could someone have put that in your head? Could you have learned that on TV? Could you have seen somebody go and be severely punished for killing a cop? Did you see someone get off on a technicality in reference to kill a cop? Did you hear or see someone else do it in your community? Get away with it and be penalized for it. Now, let's go back again. Did you come with that thought in your head? See what I'm getting at? But I tell you, your brain's like a computer. Don't put everything in it. Sometimes hit that delete button. Because now, what happens if you suffer from a mental illness and that stuff is stored up in your head and you really don't know how you did it? But guess what? We don't care because you're going to look at them padded walls and go, how did I get here too? But how'd you kill the cop too? You can't smoke PCP. You don't know what's up in here. Some folks will smoke drugs and they'll go, wow, she been washing dishes for the last 14 hours. You start pulling stuff out. She just high as she can be. Don't do drugs. You will be embarrassed. Oh, you don't know what guy. Your friend, man, I ain't going to talk about you, man. They'll tell somebody. Americans do one thing. Look at them cell phones. Every time you turn around, isn't there the truth? Isn't there a cell phone while somebody driving? Folks always talking on the cell phone, especially around Christmas. Y'all miss a lot of Christmases. So folk gonna talk. Ain't nobody holding no secrets. Give them 10 seconds, you out the door. Hey, Suey, what you want to say? You know that so. Oh, no kidding. Blacks and whites are friends. Hispanics and whites and blacks are friends. Asians, blacks, whites, Indians, everybody friends. They gonna talk because this stuff is funny when you break the law and you didn't have to. Let's move forward, please. All right, guys, take the test. Make sure to keep up with your test. Don't get behind. All right, bye.
The weight of my mistakes depends on how I feel. Don't let it bring you down. The weight of what I say depends on how you feel. But I don't want to bring you down, down, down.